what is the difference between ADHD and autism spectrum disorder?
Okay, so they are very different conditions, and like ADHD, autism has certain criteria that have to be fulfilled to meet the threshold for a diagnosis. I will explain now what the conditions are for diagnosing autism, but it's important to note that many children with autism also have ADHD as part of their behavioural profile. So it's not necessarily one or the other. We know that although there is a certain number of people that have ADHD when they're young who do grow out of it, autism involves an abnormality in the way the brain functions, and that leads to differences in the way children with autism experience the world and think, which is not necessarily always a problem. It's just a different way of experiencing the world. And in autism, you have to have problems in two areas, and these are in social interaction, social communication, how you interact with other people in society and in your family. And then the other area is interests and behaviours, which are very repetitive and narrowed and fixated. And that often manifests as repetitive movements or play, being very inflexible and fixated, being obsessive about particular interests, and having sensory needs which are either very averse to particular sensory experiences or seeking out certain sensory experiences. And autism is a spectrum because it can range from people with very high IQ to people with significant intellectual disabilities. And the severity of the autistic behaviours can range from delightful kids in mainstream classes who might have a few social quirks to kids that are significantly impaired and need to be in support classes.